What's up, everybody? Callahan45 back at it again with another episode of American Truck Simulator. Today we'll be taking some milk, as you can see by the tanker here, to Ukiah, California, just up the road, about 300 miles away. I have a sister that lives up by Ukiah, and it's actually a pretty place in real life, and they did a pretty good job in the game, and hopefully, unfortunately, it's getting dark, so we're going to be getting there at night, so I don't know if we'll be able to see a whole lot of it. It's a really small town. I think there's only like one or two stops in it. Well, at least locations you can pick up loads at least and drop off. But I wanted to show you guys what I have done to the truck. Now, if anybody's watched the previous episodes with the Pretty Pink Pete, I made this truck for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. If you did not know, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And I went ahead and made this pink truck here to kind of represent that. In the first episode, I actually hauled a breast cancer awareness trailer, and I kind of made the truck to match. If you guys are familiar with what the truck looked like, you might notice a few different changes. One, I got rid of the drop axle, so I don't have that third axle in front of the tandems in the back there. I put bigger wheels, so the low pro tires gave it kind of that showy truck look, and changed the headlights. Let's start her up. I can show you the headlights. There we go. I got these, the Outlaw style headlights. It's different than the ones I kind of like. It's kind of hard to see the detail in them. They're kind of, I don't know, you can kind of see right there. They kind of got the little things over them. This is a really cool looking light. I like them. I've put them on my other trucks and I really like them. Changed the fenders on it. I can put the tuner fenders on the front end, make it kind of that big swoop down the tire. Made it look pretty cool. And yeah, I just wanted to be a little bit more flashy than it was. And I think I might have accomplished that. I hope you guys like it. But we're going to go ahead and get this milk up to Walbert in Ukiah. It's supposed to be there by 4:40 in the morning. It's almost 9 o'clock now at night. So we're going to be getting there pretty early in the morning. It's going to be dark, but we're going to take it there no matter what. Let's get her going. Make sure nothing's coming. Oh, I have my emergency brake on, or my parking brake. I don't like this location because I'm right on a corner and the AI traffic really doesn't stop. I've been hit at this place before. Find that gear and just take it, will you? So how's everybody doing today? I'm actually recording this pretty late at night. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning here, and I live in the mountain time. So, what is it? That would be 12 o'clock Pacific Standard Time and 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I don't know what Central Standard Time would be, probably 2. But I couldn't sleep and had a lot of stuff going through my brain. Just, nothing bad or anything. Just brain wouldn't let me go to sleep, and this game actually kind of helps me. It kind of helps me out with that. I kind of find this game to be therapeutic, believe it or not. I kind of escape into the world of trucking, and everything else kind of goes to the wayside for a little bit. So it's kind of a way for me to escape things when whatever the day may bring, and just in a bad mood or whatever. Hop on the game, take a load or two, and everything seems to be pretty good. Don't stop. Okay. AI traffic will actually stop sometimes and let you go, but most of the time they stop to where you can't get past them, and it makes it kind of a booger to get around them, or you can't get around them. You got to back it up and try to go around them. Most of the time, if you honk your horn, they'll actually keep going, which is kind of cool. Man, where did these people come from? Good Lord. It's a never-ending line of cars. And we're in Fresno. We're back in Fresno. And this is just ridiculous. Look at those cars. Good lands. Is there a glitch or something that I've never seen this many cars in a row, especially this late at night. This is ridiculous. Can we... Look at them out there. And it's not stopping. I always feel like I need to pull this truck kind of out there and see if anybody will stop now. No, you don't. You bastard. Yeah, you just wait. Good Lord. Shift them gears. And I missed that one. Out of all of them to miss, I missed that one. Oh, that's why. I hit the range button and put it in lower transmission. And now I'm going to... It'll pick up speed. We'll be alright. Man, that was just ridiculous. I've seen lines of cars, but usually there's gaps. There was no stopping. Let's see, we are almost 60,000 pounds. That ain't bad. Oh, come on. Dear Lord. Set the cruise at 57. Won't be getting none of them fines. It's really hard to drive in California in this game once you've driven through Nevada and Arizona. When the Arizona map came out, I kind of tried to stay in Nevada so I could discover all of the towns. Because when you first start the game up with a new profile, none of the towns are unlocked, and the only way you'll unlock them is if you go through them or you deliver to them, and then you unlock them. And the mount, how's it work? It actually bases your percentage of completion is upon how many of the towns you discover and how much of the roads you've driven. So on roads, if you look at the map, you'll see gray lines and you'll see yellow lines. The yellow lines are roads that you have driven. The gray lines is partials of the road that you have not driven down. So to get 100%, you had to have driven on every part of the road and discovered every town. Well, by the time that the Arizona map came out, I had already discovered California, Nevada, all the towns in them. So I tried to stay in Arizona to discover all the towns that they had. And in Arizona, you drive between 65 and 70 miles an hour. And in Nevada, you can go up to 80. So I'd be driving back and forth between those areas and then getting used to driving in those faster speeds. Hit California, and I would just be down at 56, 57 miles an hour, and it felt like I could walk faster than I was driving. But then I realized that I kind of like driving in California because in Arizona and Nevada, when you're driving those high speeds, things get a little sketchy. You go around a turn, and they got some pretty tight corners, and going around them at that speed is no bueno. You can tip your truck. I don't know. You can tip your truck over in certain areas, but I've only done it a couple times. It is possible to flip your truck. But get around here in California, set your cruise at 57, and it's kind of a nice little casual drive. And that's kind of what I'm looking for right now, is a nice little casual drive. That little stop back there, that little hold up in traffic kind of set us back a few minutes, about 10 minutes. We're all right, though. We've already gone more than 100 miles. We got another 170 to go. Depending on what time we get there, I might go ahead and just take another load in this video. Oh, we're down to 40. We're going to be coming to 35. I forgot we're in Stockton, and I got to get over. fueled up before we started this, so I'll be good on fuel for quite a while. I think this has got a 300-gallon tank on it. It doesn't specify how many gallons it is, but I'm pretty sure, because I don't usually let it I try not to let it get below half a tank, and usually it's around 160 gallons when I fill around that, so I figured it's probably a 300-gallon tank, dual 150 gallons. The tanks look bigger than that, but of course, the tanks can look one way and they can spec them a different. I think I've said in previous videos, at least one, I don't mind driving at night because the traffic is a lot less. At least I thought so until I got back there at that on-ramp. Good lands. I think it's nice that in this game you can actually use your Jakes in city, because in actuality in most cities they have a no Jakes ordinance because of the noise. Even though the new trucks, the newer trucks that have the Jake brakes, the engine brakes, are pretty quiet and you can get away with it, but these older style trucks like this, they have pretty loud Jake brakes, and when you're inside the cabin, a lot of them, you can hear them and you don't realize just how loud you are until you're outside of them and you hear them. They're pretty loud. When I was a kid, I used to love to hear trucks with their Jake brakes. I remember when I was in elementary school, we took a 3-day field trip. My class did a 3-day field trip to I believe it was Monterey, California, and we had 2 different vans, and so we had a little competition between the vans. So the kids in the one van and my van, we decided to see how many truckers we could get to honk their air horn between when we left and when we got to our destination, and then whoever got the most would win, and the teachers agreed to go along with it, and I can't remember, the winners got a little prize or something, like $10 to spend on whatever they want or something, and so we really wanted to do it. I mean, as a kid, $10, man, that you could do a lot, you thought. And so we all wanted to get it. And we'd be going past a truck and all of us be hanging over the window, arm pumping arm away, trying to get the trucker to honk their horn. And unfortunately, the van ahead of us had kind of the upper hand because they got around the truck first. And so if they got the horn, there was a good chance that we weren't going to get it. But I think the funniest thing is we got, I think the actual number was something around 300 and some horns from truckers. We actually got a couple of regular cars to honk. I think it was like 40 or 50 of them to honk their horns. And then we actually got one guy flipped us off. And I thought that was, as a kid, I thought it was just hilarious that my buddy got flipped off by this guy. And then when I got older, I'm like, man, that guy was a real piece of work. Flip it off. Don't hit the truck! I forgot I had to stop here. If I go the other lanes, I can just bypass it. Alright, move along. Thank you. Sorry about your truck. What the heck? Wasn't that close? Good Lord, just find the gear and go with it. I think this is the dam. I think that's what we're going over, is a dam. If it was during the day, I've passed over this, I don't know how many times, I never paid attention to what it really was. I better slow her down, I'm going to get tagged. Now set it at 58. I think we're 58 or 57. That's alright with me. 102 miles to the destination. Man, we were supposed to be there like... Man, it would be a gain time, I think. I don't know how we gained that much time. We'll still be within range. But yeah, like I was saying when we started out on this little journey, is that this game for me is kind of therapy, and it might sound weird. I mean, I'll agree that it's not exactly what you would consider a therapeutic thing, but for me, I've been playing video games all my life since man, I can remember when I was really small. Some of my earliest memories of video games was actually on the Atari 1600, and I thought that was the greatest thing ever. And then when I was, this is going to date me, but when I was about I want to say 5 years old, I got my first Nintendo, and Nintendo hadn't just come out; it had been out for a while, and I got one. My dad finally got me one, and that was a big thing for my dad. My dad wasn't exactly a big spender. He wasn't a cheapskate by any means. It's just he looked more at functionality, what you can get out of what you buy, and for him, a video game system wasn't something functional. And but he broke down and bought me one, and it it was a love affair that has still yet to die. Um, every game I got was great to me as a kid, and I didn't get very many games because once I got the console, and of course, it came with the Mario and Duck Hunt, and I can actually remember as a kid my dad playing Duck Hunt, and that was the first and last time I ever saw my dad play a video game, and I don't think he cared for it too much. It wasn't up his alley. But for me, it was the greatest thing ever. And I came from a very small town, and where I lived in California, it snowed, and it was up in the hills, and it was a pretty area, and people would move up there thinking it was the greatest thing, it was paradise, and then the snow would fall, and they didn't know how to deal with it, and they would move away. And so if they had kids, I'd meet these friends and make friends with them, meet these kids, make friends with them for, this the first part of the year, and then summer, and then whenever the first snow hit, and they would leave halfway through winter, and I'd lose friends. So I had a lot of friends growing up. It's just I never had any long-term friends, and so I had to find things that I could occupy my own time with by myself without the requirements of other kids. And I'm not saying I was like the loneliest kid in the world. I mean, there was other kids that I grew up with in my hometown. It's just um, there wasn't very many at all. I mean, I have a friend that I still talk to on a regular basis, try to at least, that I've known since second grade. But video games was something that helped occupy my time when I didn't have those friends to play with. Well, downshift. Come on, truck. And this is Ukiah. But yeah, video games has always been a big part of my life. Um, there was a portion of my life where I kind of lost touch with them, um, and it was just I had different things going on in my life, and I kind of put video games in the back burner. I mean, come on, it's making a career out of video games is it's if you can do it, great, but it's not exactly something a lot of people can do. And I definitely couldn't. I wish I could, and maybe I can still, who knows, but that's kind of one of the reasons why I decided to start actually recording, is because I enjoy the game so much, and I kind of wanted to do this for a long time, and I finally, bit the bullet and said, you know what, talking about it ain't going to get you anywhere. You need to do it. And if you don't succeed at it, well, at least you can say you tried at it. And I've always tried to keep that attitude, is, don't be afraid of failure. Be afraid of never trying. And so that's kind of where I came from. I look at, I don't know how many people have watched this video at this point. If you're watching this, thank you so much for watching it. Most of my subscribers at this point, which is like, in the low 2 digits, are mostly friends and family, and God bless them for supporting me. My friends mostly for backing me in this and saying, you know what, do what you want to do what you like to do. And I appreciate that so much, that I have that kind of backing from and support. And like I said, I'm not trying to do this to become like. Why did you not? Oh, do I? Ugh. What is going on? Why didn't it ding me? Did I go through it too fast? What happened there? That's weird. I mean, getting back to what I was saying, it's not like I'm trying to be, I guess, a famous YouTuber. I don't know exactly how you go about titling that. But if it's something that comes around, I'm not going to reject it. I'm doing this as a hobby. It's a way for me to have fun, figure out what I like to do, try different things, and maybe if I can help people, I want to do more reviews on things. Right now, I guess you could say I'm a pretty good bargain gamer. A lot of my videos are free games you can get off Steam, and there's a lot of good free games out there. It's just I don't have the funds to be buying these $60 games when they first come out, and which is probably going to be my downfall at the point in time because that's kind of what people want to see is the new and latest games being played. So I'm just going to do what I can while I can, and if I get the chance where I can get that, $60 game when it first comes out and show you guys what it's all about, you better believe I'm going to. But right now I just can't, so I'm doing the best with what I have. Oh, wrong direction. I had totally missed this. I have to cut it pretty sharp. Good enough for me. I made a little money on that. Nothing to write home to mom about, but they spent, well, as far as the game goes. But that's the episode. I think we're going to go ahead and stick it there. Stick it there. Okay. Leave it there. End it there. However I want to do this. And I'll try again in the next video. I'm going to use this truck again. I want to use this truck a couple more videos before the month's out. And because I like I said before in the first video with this truck, I'm a big supporter of breast cancer awareness. I've had family and friends that have been affected by it, and I'm not able to support financially, but if I can get the word out there, then I think that's an awesome thing too. And I hope you like the videos. If you do, hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. It'd mean the world to me. And I appreciate everybody that views these videos. Friends, family, anybody out there that watches these videos and takes the time out of their day to actually watch them. I can't thank you enough. I mean, I'm not getting anything out of these. I'm not making money off these. It's just I enjoy doing them, and hopefully you'll enjoy watching them. This English language is starting to get to me. But like I said, I don't have professional equipment. I wish I had, the editing equipment that I can make awesome videos, and sound equipment and, all capturing equipment to capture the gameplay off my consoles and my computer. Right now, the only thing I do is my computer. But it costs money, and I don't have that money to spend on that stuff right now. And I'm hoping that I will eventually be able to upgrade all that and be able to do more and make better videos, better quality, better content. And right now I'm just trying to find my groove in this, as far as commentating. I once in a while I lose track of what I was trying to say, and I'm sure you know that by now. I know a lot of these videos are probably a lot, cringy as hell. But I'm doing the best, and if you have been one of my subscribers and you are one of my subscribers, thank you so much for supporting me and having faith in me and enjoying what I have to offer, even though it's not the greatest in the world. And I am trying to better myself with every video, and hopefully, like I said, I'll be able to get a better mic, better setup, and be able to do. I really want to do is more of the console stuff. Be able to put my console in here and actually be able to capture gameplay from the console, and that way I'm not just limited to the PC. But that's going to be, a big spendy item to actually have to do that. But one piece at a time, and hopefully I can get there. Like I said, I like doing these videos. I found that it gives me something to look forward to doing. Before, I really didn't have anything to look forward to doing, and I didn't have a hobby really to, you know, give me that want to do something, and this has done that for me. So thank you so much for those that view this, and hopefully I'll get you to watch more of my videos. Share the video, get the word out there. Say, let them know that I'm trying my best. Give me a chance. And I'm not saying you have to like me. I'm not saying that you have to subscribe to me, but don't just throw me away. Give me a shot. And if you do like it, let me know. Leave comments. I'd love to hear feedback because that's where it's really come from. I'm trying to entertain you guys, and if I don't know what I need to do different from you guys, it's going to hard for me to figure out what I need to do differently. So any feedback I get, to me, is positive feedback. I can take constructive criticism. I just need it. I just need that constructive criticism to figure out where I need to fix things, adjust things, fine-tune things. So, but until the next episode, guys, I appreciate everything. Thank you so much if you have watched this. And this is Cowhand45 saying later, guys.